As is always the case at every Plastic Playgrounds, there is a whole host of different categories to cater for the entire riding community. And none is exemplified better than in this very division. It is junior girls' time in the semi-finals. Wrapping up our course preview, and we can't do that unless we talk to one of our junior ladies. And riding here for the very first time, Melissa Pepperkamp, not Pepperkamp, as I was saying earlier. How are you enjoying your first Plastic Playgrounds?
Yeah, good. I'm amazing about the wheels, so difficult and...
Are they fun or are they difficult?
Difficult and fun.
Difficult and fun. Okay, which is your best one? Which is your favourite rail?
My favourite rail is that one. And this...
The pool?
The pool.
The pool? Which part of the pool? Because there's lots of different options.
Yeah, for the kicker and on the
kicker to rail. Nice. And in your competition today, which is going to be the scariest part? The one you're a bit... Scariest feature?
Yeah, they're front 3 on and they're
the Felix.
Yeah, the tantrum off.
Oh, you're going to do a tantrum off the ledge, and that's pretty hard because you come round the corner really fast, right? Yeah. Okay, Melissa, we look forward to seeing your tantrum off that, and lots of other cool stuff on the rest of the park. Have a great finals.
Yeah, thanks.
We are ready for the third day of competition of Plastic Playgrounds 2019, about to get things going here on the Fridays with Hayley Flinkensheld. She goes inside rail into down rail on section number 1 of the rail hits, moving into section 2, consisting of the entire back corner of this cable. She goes right hand for a kicker hit on the Henshaw into the whoop-de-doo-dah onto the down rail, making it all the way along round the back corner. So she's got a few choices up for grabs right now, Hayley. She's going to go inside or outside. Inside the more simpler of approaches into the Nico, she goes onto the handrail, 180 down to the curved bank, pops a 180 on the back straight. And a whole plethora of options here. Once again, she goes into the curb, hopping on to the pipe, then down onto the flat bank, moving across. The first of our pull gaps. 180 on. Backboard all the way down, cleanly out of that. Solid lock in on that down rail of the first of our 2 pulls. Into the mega pull now, with more options than you can shake a stick at. She goes onto the outside rail, and now coming round onto the Felix, the newest of the features. Oh, she takes the harder approach, goes on the inside, the bump, the big old safety onto that ledge. Next out there, it is Pauline Appelmans. She goes inside kicker. We got a bit of drone action when the one and only Dave E following all the action over the next few days. Section 1, cleanly done. Dave getting right up in her grill with that drone. We go, down the middle rail, makes the transfer. Nicely done. Front lip to the top of the Henshaw, then hopping across to a backboard all the way out of that. First of the hacks here at the Plastic Playgrounds, of which there are many now. The rather gnarly hack on the right. She's going to go for the straight-up Nico rail. Lots of fun, that rail. She goes onto the top, onto the skinny handrail, down the bank, staying left foot forward. And she is going to choose which line here on section 3. She goes to the curb, then reverse transfer, inverting it back from the middle rail to the flat bank. And the second of our girls to choose the first of our pulls. And it's going to be a backboard. Pushing that front leg up and into the air over that rail as she gets out of that pull. Now moving around the corner. There's no time to breathe as she goes into the mega pull. She's going to go outside, ledge, drop, ledge. She goes 180 back the other way, then dropping back into a left and forward stance. Ready to approach the last of our features. She goes 180 where we saw the fall from Hayley, and that is a clean pass so far with just one more hit on her left or her right. She is going right. Which of the 3 kickers is going to be? Middle kicker and a 540, getting her head stuck in the water a little bit too much over the front of the board, but mind, that is a good first pass. Here comes Hayley again, starting off exactly as she did in her first run. I think a little bit bigger this time though, getting that mute 180 as she moves across over to the wait the line hack. Choosing the middle section, she goes up onto the inside rail, then down the reverse safety to wait. And now we have the first of our two hacks in this section number 2. She's going Henshaw hack with the curb on the left, curb with the down rail. She goes ollies into the curb, getting boosted. She clipped the top of the safety there, which knocked her a little off balance, I think, as she went for the down rail out of that curb. Now coming round to the last part of this section number 2 of rails, we've got the crazy hack on the right, and we have got the Nico on the left. She goes handrail, a little 90 down to right away, right foot forward, pops it back round to left foot forward. Obviously a more comfortable weight of riding. Haley now coming across into the more mellow of our curbs, boosting up onto the middle rail and back down to the flat bank. Choosing the first of our 2 pulls, rides up the big safety, 180 on, then it's going to go backboard, coming off a little bit early, not making the full pull as she did the first time round. Now, this is where she came out good. It was a lovely hit on this second mega pull. Can she keep it going again? Yeah, pretty much. May have come off a little bit early, but this is where she come and stopped first time, and she needs to school this if she is going to get ahead of Pauline and make her way to the finals. Maybe choosing the safety option and just saving herself for the kicker. She is going left foot forward, heel side. 1 or 2 kickers to approach. She is going to go inside kicker to keep that control. Gets the 540, butt checks, but rides it away. So that is a better run and an improved score from Haley Flinkenshout. Here we go. India starting off toe side, 360. Pretty hard to control that landing, but she did it nicely. Oh, a lovely toss of the hair right there coming into the first of the rails. Write that down, judges. She goes 90 on, 90 out, down the bank of the wait the line hack. Little few buttery moves in between section 1 and section 2 as she comes in to the West Rock curb. Hopping on, makes it into the curb, and all the way along into that 50-50 on the down part of that West Rock curb to down rail. Coming around the back straight, little time to breathe as she moves on to, well, could be the more gnarly section on the right as she chooses it, and she is going pipe, kink pipe, all the way along that kink pipe, goes inside to out, which isn't easy, then takes a little safety 180, Ollie manual as she moves across into the Munich Mash hack. Oh, that didn't quite work. She goes into the low curb, but gets bumps off to the inside. Now, which way is she going to go here on section number 1, 2, 3, 4? She's going to go kicker to backside board slide, but a little bit too much motion across, taking her off to the inside of that first of our 2 pulls. 180, little mute grab into the pull. Oh, nicely done. Backboard, 270 out. Continue that rotation down. That inside rail on that mega pull, a little bit more difficult. Oh, to seat drop on the outside of the Felix. So here comes Eve Smith-Lang from Scotland. Although if she wins, we're claiming her as UK, obviously. 540 off the first kicker on the inside. Choosing the smaller of the 2, which is often easier to control the pop. Onto the the line rail, she goes inside. Oh, makes the transfer. So she goes up the curved safety from inside to outside, down rail. Now making a choice between Kaysen and Henshaw. It's a tough one. She goes, Kaysen, into the bump up. The mini iceberg curb onto the top part of the Kaysen. Just half of that Kaysen over on there. Coming around the back corner now into the remainder of this section number 2 at the rail hacks. She goes outside, is going to go pipe kink rail, inside to out, not making it all the way along, does a little 90 out. Safety, tail grab with a lovely front leg poke. Choosing the option of this curb to flat bank downside. Now, outside, pull cap, moving up the big safety. No one hit that middle rail into the pull yet. She goes maybe a little tickle on that as well. Nice landing wraps. She go backboard 270 out. Outside wrap now into the pull. Going around the outside of the incline up. Oh, and choosing the ledge with a 270 out of that as well. Backboard rounding it off and finishing off that 360. Where's she going to go on the Felix? Opting to miss out. Possibly sensible because that was the undoing of India on her first lap. She just needs to rack up this kicker hit and that may well close the door with just one ride left each from these ladies. 540. Oh, she got stretched out in the air, but it looked like she saved it, but not quite enough. Toe side 3 to start things off for India. Now she moves on to the line hack. She goes inside rail, then cruising down the inside bank, sliding it with a beautiful butter on that buttery calm water out here at Liquid Leisure. Left or right is it going to be? She goes right. Now she got a lovely hit on the West Rock. She goes ollie in. Oh, and just getting a tap on the 50-50 in the down part of that West Rock, not making the full pull. Moving around the back. Now, this was very tidy indeed. Not easy at all with the kink pipe set up, with the kink going to the outside, so you've really got to work your angles coming in, which she does again beautifully. Getting that little safety half cab off the second section of that pipe. Now, oh, Ollie 360 right in the middle of things. Okay, she goes kicker. Little bit better than the previous time. Still a little bit too much motion across from left to right, sending off to the outside of that pipe. Mute 180. Backboard. Doesn't get that 270 out this time, so I'm not sure this is going to be improvement. We're going to need to see her ride this away. Oh, lots of speed. And she scores the outside ledge of the Felix this time, ready to come and hit the kicker, which she needs to stop if she's going to make any pressure on Eve Smith-Lang. And she does. Nice, hanging on there. Good work from India to muscle out of that 540. Eve Smith-Lang. Pressure on. Did she get a little late tickle? Little melon coming through on that 540, which the judges will love. There's the transfer. Cleanly full pull. Inside to out on the wait the line hack. Now this time she went for the case and into the iceberg bump. She goes. Iceberg bump. That's a different connotation, doesn't it? So getting it schooled all the way along onto the top of the case in that time from Eve. So an improvement so far on both her first two rail hits. Can she make it full pull on the kink pipe? Oh, a little, not so much. She made it for the first section. Then she goes mute tickle off the safety. Now coming this way. Now staying on the inside last time. Is she going to be able to make it across? She keeps it safe. She just goes hopping from curb to down bank. Little nose grab 180, backboard, then into the 270 out on the first of our two pulls. All of our girls choosing that same line so far. Oh, she's choosing a different line. She goes inside, front lip. So goes inside the incline into the mega pull and then goes front lip on the outside down kink. Going down the outside. She didn't hit this last time. Gets the backside three of the outside of the Felix. That's beautiful from Eve. She's upping things just a little bit. Now takes a full first time round. I think she is going inside kicker. She didn't do last time. There's a 540. That's a clean run. Eve Smith-Lang should be pretty happy with that. We move on to the Netherlands. It is Fleur Stolk starting things off in this ladies pairing in the penultimate heat. Heat number 3. She's up against Melissa Pepperkamp. Favorite surname so far. She goes into fun box hack, just up and over the box. Now, I believe Fleur said yesterday she did actually hurt her shoulder earlier on, so nursing a little bit of an ailment. She goes inverted transfer the wrong way on the case and just getting up and over, pushed over to the outside of the cable. Making it back just in time. It's a tight cut from that case into the first of our corners. Round corner number 2. Staying in section number 2 of our hack. She goes outside to pipe. Gets halfway along that kink rail. She's going to choose a safety as well. A little bit of a shifty 180 off that safety of the second pipe. Coming across to the inside. Oh, that was a body bashing if ever I saw. Melissa Pepperkamp. She goes middle kicker on the outside. Nice tucked up Steezy 360. She's going for that blue tiger print, which is a favorite of mine. Yeah, extra points for the wetsuit. Or are they yoga pants? Wake pants, remember those days? Brilliant, bring them back. Bring back wake pants, hashtag. Oh, 180 on into 50-50, nicely done. So Melissa getting a very steezy hit on the case and hack. Oh, she chooses the outside of that pipe and double incline hack, which I ended up right in between yesterday. Not happy at all. Pipe, she goes. Backboard into 270 out, rotating that 360 all the way along. Pretty good. Getting along 2/3 of that middle section of the Munich mash hack. She goes curve onto middle rail, just coming on the outside. She's going kicker to down rail, 270 on the tail, but Kind of just a little tap on that rail, but still looking very, very tidy so far from Melissa. She goes incline in. First of our girls to do that. Then front lip, then pretzel 270 out. Lovely stuff so far. Can she make it to the Felix? Control that speed out of the corner, seemingly so, as she gets a little mute 180 out of the corner, ready for an inside kicker hit. Mix it up nicely. She went outside first time. Now she is going to go cab. No, not cab. That is a straight up tantrum, upside down, laid out, show waking with the best of them. It's another best press for Fleur. She has to make the run back from the far side of the cable to get back on the dock, ready for her second and final pass. She goes Stalefish off the inside kicker. Right foot forward now. She's going to go down the center of the fun box. Backboard, 90 out, staying left foot forward. So it's likely that Fleur is suffering from that shoulder injury. As she moves across, she goes straight down the middle of the case, and that was much better than the previous run. She's going to be happy with that as she gets locked in right between the boots all the way along of what is actually quite a difficult hit to stay locked in on the top part of that case and rail. She goes outside onto the kink rail. Oh, and gets a little clip on the second section as well there. So improvements both times round on that section number 2. Now this is what caused her the undoing before. You can see her rolling that shoulder around. It's a front arm, which isn't helpful, so she's either going to be doing some 180s and landing switch or just somehow muscling through. She goes into the curb at the top part of that first pull, just doing anything she can to get through to the end of this pass, it looks like. Obviously suffering a little bit. Nice full pull down on the inside of the 3 rails on the mega pull. Choosing to miss the Felix as she comes round into her final hit of this semi-finals for the junior girls. She's going toe side. It's going to be a front roll and just about gets out of it. So it is an improvement. A big old cheer from her crew on the bank. Big 360 to start things off from Melissa. A little bit cleaner, actually. Oh, she makes a transfer across. On the way to the line, she goes up safety onto inside rail, hopping across 180, switch 50-50. Now she's coming back across. Which way is she going to go? It is down the middle of the Henshaw. Oh, it doesn't quite make the transfer across. Butt checks out, but muscles out of it as well. So she manages to claw herself out of that little whoopsie on the Henshaw hack. Going right now, I believe Melissa was the first of our riders to go. Double incline pipe, super solid. Then go in half, the mini pipe. And making away from the Munich mash rail. So she can take it easy on this run, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing here from Melissa. Maybe practicing a couple of different lines. That's a nice 270 on from kicker to down rail on the first of our pulls, landing right on the tail. She goes backboard up, back to left foot forward. Oh, nicely done. Then backboard and then a 270 round almost to round off that 3 along the step down. Yeah, she goes 180 onto the outside edge of the Felix into a toe side back roll, left foot forward. And then she saw a tantrum from her before. What are you going to see now? Tantrum again, a little bit cleaner this time. And that is a good practice run and potentially an improvement on her first run score for Melissa Pepperkamp. 180 start things off for Liam Morgan in her semi-finals competition run. Doing it for the UK up against Austria. Maria Flem up next. Nice and in control as she goes up and down the inside of the weight the line rail to down bank. Staying right foot forward. She's going to go toe side into the caisson. Which line is she going to take? Straight down the middle. Reverse transfer as she goes from caisson down to down box. So this section number 2 of the rail hacks here at Plastic Playgrounds involving an awful lot of decisions to be made. Which way is she going to go? She comes round that back straight. She goes outside onto the kink pipe. Oh, hopping across from inside to out. Pretty much making it all the way along. Then a big old safety bump 180. Coming along to the mash rail. She goes front lip on to the curb, then hopping back down the inside, missing the majority of that section. using the kicker to pipe. She goes backboard. Oh, she was in control then. So that's going to be frustrating for Leah. Now, Maria Flem can potentially take it relatively easy just with some basic hits and making it all the way around. Could give her the edge and see her through to the final as she goes outside kicker, backside 360. Beautiful start. Hopping on, backboard, down the middle. Oh, going down the outside of the weight, the line rail as she tries to go down the middle pipe, middle rail. A few little buttery moves as she gets herself set up with a Henshaw hack. Which way is she going to go? Is it going to be inside, middle, or out? She goes ollieing into the curb, onto the West Rock. Oh, a little spin down the decline of that West Rock rail. Going left foot forward, front lip in. Oh, front lip to front 50-50. Then continue that 3 out. Then getting a full pull on the second pipe in that section. So lovely back end corner section. And she gets the bump up on almost all the way along the Munich mash rail from inside bump to middle rail. Getting to the down part of that. First of our ladies to go meet and 2 veg. Back 180 and then keeps that rotation coming all the way down the downside of that middle rail. And the judges are going to like seeing a rail hit by not having hit before. She goes safety bump, then big old backboard all the way along, finishing off that rotation with the handle pass as she whips into the corner ahead of the feet. Is controlling the speed coming out the incline. Lovely little nose grab 180 to make sure she gets points on the entirety of that section. And then she's going to go toe side, middle kicker, toe side, front roll, feet to feet, anchors down, clean landing. That is beautiful riding from the Austrian Maria Flem. We've got Leah Morgan back up on the water for her second and final run after taking a fall on the far side after the first of our 2 pulls, making the run back. She's probably puffing a little bit after that walk back. Smoothly done on the way to the line rail, getting up onto the inside, down the downside of the bank. Right foot forward into the caisson hack, straight down the middle, and going inverted transfer the opposite way. Now Leah getting a good little hit on this pipe rail, and exactly the same this time again, getting a clip on the second part of the kink rail. She goes safety 180. So we've got this Munich mash rail. We've got the curb on the inside, hidden by the middle part of the mash rail. She just goes bump onto that and straight back off. Now this was the undoing of her last time. She came away from that transfer, kicker to pipe. Looked good. And this time she is getting a solid landing and right out of that as she cuts back in on the heels, left foot forward, coming into the mega pool. Goes on the outside of that incline rail. Oh, that was a lovely full pull. Backboard moving onto the inside of those 3 rails all the way down that kink. Just about controls the speed, aggressively turning on her toes to get back herself on to the flat box of the Felix. Can she keep it going all the way to the end? She goes outside kicker, mute 180, and rides it away. Super clean riding from Leah Morgan. She's got to be super happy with that as well. Maria launches herself off the kicker to start this second and final run off. She goes for, looking about that triple threat. Going middle to inside, looking for that hop to the outside for that double transfer onto the West Rock, hops in and goes front lip, then pretzel 270 back the other way, all the way along on that full pull of a West Rock, making up part of the Henshaw hack. Now, Maria, are we going to see her go for the double incline? She goes pipe rail, she goes front lip, same hit as on the West Rock. She goes front lip to 50-50 to 180 out. Little buttery action, moving herself across to a left foot forward hit on the mash rail. Getting a reverse inverted transfer on that as well. Not quite as good as the first time round, but the previous hit's much, much better. She goes meet and 2. 50-50, backside 1. Riding now right foot forward. Which way is she going to go? Right or left of the incline rail into this mega pool. She goes right down the middle over that incline. big old safety bump. Then a lovely, solid, locked-in landing off the end of that kink rail as she wraps outside that line. Controls the speed, 360 out of the Felix. Very solid riding from Maria. This is going to be a strong performance and got to be one of our contenders for the top as she goes. Front roll, tree trunk landing. Jobs are good and a little ollie backside 180 for good measure.
Okay, Eve, we're down here on the dock for the girls' finals. You've just come off the back of a nationals win. How are you feeling about Plastic Playground today?
Yeah, it's going to be really sick. Setup's so fun. Should be really sick finals, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. You've been absolutely shredding the course. Been watching you come through the first rounds, and yeah, best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, how are you feeling to have made it to the finals?
I'm feeling so good and I'm so excited to ride now. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, the standard of the girls riding is insane. Like, congrats for making it this far, and yeah, good luck in the finals. Are you excited to be in the finals today?
Yes, very excited.
Yeah, amazing. So you have got such a good group of girls here, 4 of the best girls in the world currently at Plastic Playground, and it's amazing to see you guys riding, so best of luck.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about the course here at Plastic Playground? How have you been finding it? Do you like the features?
Yeah,
That's okay.
So, yes, pretty topical and difficult about here, but kom er niet meer worden. Yeah, fine om be here and send it to all.
Nice. Well, the course is definitely the most technical that we've had so far, and you guys have been absolutely putting down on it. It is crazy to see, and yeah, I'm super excited to watch this final, so best of luck to you all.
Thank you.
Here we go, finals for our junior girls, and we have Pauline Abelmans kicking things off
with a super clean backside 360 off the kicker, but not quite getting the red rail she was looking for on the weak line feature. And now coming into the Henshaw West Rock hack, going forward slide, front lip up and across, dropping down to the down air and not quite locking in.
Coming around the back straight now. Pauline, obviously the first rider off the dock. She has to set the pace for the rest to chase. Choosing the transition rail as her next victim. Oh, such a temperamental rail that you got to get your lineup so bang on, depending on which way you're going to turn your board onto it or not at all. That 50-50, a tricky one to lock in. Then going the inverted transfer. That's sketchy coming out of that on your heels. Easy to slip out.
And now coming in to the pool, just popping up to board side, really locking in on that down and outside in. Just banking up against the tension and full pulling that super clean.
Then into the mega pool as she works her way across to the ledge. Drop down 180. Oh, almost getting stuck right there, but muscles her way through. Beautiful hit. She's coming up. Oh, my gosh, so much speed. Can she control it? Just about. I'm not sure that was she's after, but it could have been much worse considering she was going Mach 10 into the Felix. Kicker hit. What she got, it is coming in right forward. 540, yes, from the youngster.
And a heel side 540 with a late stalefish grab to
Eve
start it off.
Smith-Lang starting off strong. I want a lowly Brit in this final. Muscling her way through the transfer. So Eve coming from strength to strength here in the UK. She's a Scottish born and bred rider, making her way down south to join us here. Pretty nice, hopping up from the whoop of the Iceberg Fun Box. She's got her work cut out in this category, as you would come to expect from any final in any category at Plastic Playgrounds. Getting the first half of the Pipe King done. Big old boot, tail grab poke of the safety of the second pipe. Coming across now. Which way is she going to go? She is choosing the whoop-de-doo. She goes just staying on the far side to us of the mash rail.
It looked like she hops into the wall ride off the box of the whoop. Big nose grab 180, and then a board side 270 off of the down rail.
Now in on the heels, using the incline up into the pool, always adding a little bit more technicality when our riders do that. 50-50 out at the pool. As she comes around here, she's going to go right foot forward on the far side. Lovely stalled out backside 3 out of that. Lots of style points going to be accompanying that trick for Eve. Super late cut as she goes toe side on the smaller of the 2 features for the 540. So with some wobbles at the start, she came good at the end. Give it up for Eve Smith-Lang. Our next rider, we're going to take things. We've gone Belgium. We've gone the UK. We're moving things along to Holland. For this young lady who I spoke to earlier, super stoked about being here at Plastic Playground, it is Melissa Pepperkamp on the water. Indy Tantrum grabbing that board solid as she throws it up and over her head down to the super solid landing.
And now coming in on her heels.
Yeah, girl. She goes backboard, then fully 90 across into a switch 50-50 transfer.
Really locking in on that red rail. Oh, going up the whoop, waiting onto the box, and then jumping 180 onto the casing rail.
Now moving into our street section. Going the hard way, which is it going to be pipe or... Oh, it's double incline.
Really locked in on those. And then just a toe side 180 popping off of the pipe. Coming in, using the whoop, going on... Looks like coming 180 into the hallway.
Getting stuck in the Khyber Pass right there.
Looking to full, but still not going down. So managing to finish this run and get some points on the board with the 270 onto the down rail of the first pool gap. Coming into the bigger second mega pool gap. Board side popping on. And a front side lip slide.
Nice.
Pretzel 270 going up and over, lifting that tail up.
See that early handle pass going down the box of the Felix and popping round to finish off that toe side backside 3. Melissa storming now, keeping it going with the 540 and a super solid landing. These girls are laying it down in this second of our finals.
And here we go. She is off on the water. Mariella Flem coming in to this left XL kicker, boosting a backside 360. Showing how much control she has in the air on that one. Going rail to rail, super clean 50-50 and popping into that down tranny.
Now moving across to the third of her hits on this first straight of the Liquid Leisure cable. She's going to Henshaw. West Rock how she goes, sticks with the West Rock. Front lip, and then I think there was a pretzel 270 into the line towards the cable to ride it out.
So pretty solid first couple hits. Choosing to go in the hack and now using the street section going.
King's pipe all the way along. And then the same again pretty much on the mini pipe.
So choosing a full both of those rails. Not a lot of girls trying.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Then whoop and locking
in. That really blows our hair back.
Onto that A-frame. Backside 180 to the down.
The meat and 2 veg doesn't get any attention. One of our young ladies getting in there to hit that inside feature.
Oh, popping.
Love it.
Landing on the down. So really showing her control on these rails. Locking in, getting to the end, and boosting a front 3 out of that Felix rail. Looking super clean on it.
And we're seeing now why Mariella Frem is our top seed into this final. Toe side front roll, super solid.
And here we go, a backside 360 to start off her second run.
Pauline Appelmans taking things on her second and final run, in which to impress upon the judges why she needs a top spot. That is more like it from her, making a single transfer.
Yeah, going right. It's pretty crazy to see some of these junior girls sending rail to rails. Never would have thought that would have happened to just 2 years ago.
Ah, she going for it. Gets a little clip on the West Rock, down from the Henshaw high top.
Yeah, the progression of the women's wakeboarding has been insane the last 3 years. Just to see some of the tricks junior girls do. These were bangers in pro women just 2 years ago at this Plastic Playgrounds.
3/4 of the way along on the curved skinny rail of that transition, then working her way back down on the heels, managing to ride out that curved bank. Getting a little clip on that middle rail, going back inverted transfer onto that flat bank. Moving across now. She's going right foot forward, 180 in. Muyuk grab, backboard, right side away, left foot forward as well.
And now coming in on her heels, 50-50 up into the pool. 50-50, 180, switch 50, toe side, backside 180 off, continuing her rotation on that. Getting whipped around into the Felix.
Oh my gosh.
And just kind of hopping up on it and going off the outside. Super hard to hit that Felix row after the step down of the pool gap.
There's that 540 yet again. So I'm thinking apart from the Felix, an improved run from Pauline Appelmans. Give it up for the young lady out on the water. Eve Smith-Lang now getting on with her second and final run. She goes down the middle, makes the transfer. Oh, no, Eve. Oh.
She really just want to poke it out on the nose, but went a little bit too far across on the rail to rail.
No rest for the wicked as Melissa Pepperkamp goes into her first hit.
With a backside 360 and coming in to the wake the line feature on her heels. Ooh, going 50-50 to backside to board side on her nose. Pretzel 270 out. Full pulling that one. That seems to be an important rail in this junior women's. And then dropping down, getting a 270 out as well out of that board side after dropping down off the Henshaw.
Super solid on those two incline rails back to back. Gets a little mini tickle on the board of an indie variety of the safety of the pipe. Into the whoop. She goes, are we going to? Yes, yeah. Oh, getting 3/4 of the way along the middle of the mash.
And now coming in to the pool, hitting this transfer with a 270 on, 270 off. Passing it pretty early in that transfer. It looked like she was going to pass in the air.
Oh, getting a 270 round on the drop down of that step down rail. Early handle pass. Beautiful pop out of the bump. The safety of that ledge of the Felix.
Can she finish it off right here on the kicker with a huge heel 5? Super clean, and she is stoked.
Doing the Netherlands proud. Melissa Pepperkamp coming up trumps. Final rider, junior girls. It is Mariela Flam. Big old backside 360, super clean. Little adjustment of the helmet as she works her way across into the wind. Bit of a strong headwind she goes.
Ooh, alling on, going rail to rail.
Solid as you like, though. Locked in 50-50 there, no problem at all.
It's a pretty big ollie on to the front of that rail, and it's kind of scary with that other rail right next to it. She does it, no worries, and then goes in the whoop with the front side lip slide, pretzel 270 out. Choosing just to hit that West Rock and go through the whoop.
Now on the outside as she attacks it, front side, lip slide, all the way along the kink pipe, making it from section to section. Then the second pipe as well. Full pulls are plenty over there. Into the whoop. Getting into the Khyber Pass, the gully in between those two twins of rails right now. So not quite the hit we saw before. She goes onto the up and down with the ram side the side. Solid full pull there too. Now on her toes as she cuts back at the mega pull. She goes incline 180. Big old bump. Then that pretzel 270 out the back of that after that board slide. Lip slide, I apologize. And the 5, she tries to squeeze it in. Somehow muscles her way out of that hole right there. That is some grit and determination from the young lady. Up and fighting fit as she goes toe side front roll. Manages to squeeze that in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for every single one of our junior girls.
In fourth place for the junior girls, Pauline Appelmans. Now, so come on up here. Congratulations on fourth place, making the finals out here at Plastic Playgrounds 2019. Okay, so now we're on to the podium spots in the junior girls category. In third place, Eve Smith-Lang.
Let's go, Eve! Yay!
So it was a super close battle from second and first. Watching this category, I was completely unsure the whole entire time which way the judges were going to give it. So again, shout out to Eve Lang in third place. And coming in second place for the junior girls, give it up for Mariella Flem. So that means the winner of Plastic Playgrounds 2019 in the junior girls category is Melissa Peppercamp. Come on up here. Give it up for Melissa, taking the top spot in this junior girls category. All these girls killing it in the finals and throwing down tricks that just 2 years ago were insane in the pro women's category. So look out for these girls stepping up into the pro category in the next few years. The level of riding
down there, this guy
has been
here.
absolutely insane from these women, and I'm super stoked to see them pushing the sport.
Give it up for our junior girls once again, folks. Come on! Well done, ladies. From the junior girls, we move on to the junior boys. Oh, there's a man.